Remember though, you still got to pay bills. The kids still got to eat. You still got to find a way not to be homeless. But so what do you have that will have to help you survive? What do you have? Well, you've got an expensive car, you got expensive furniture, you got expensive clothes. And let's say that you're cute. Let's say that you got a big fat man down the street who's willing to sleep with you and help you, cover the rent if you want to, right? Or, I'm not saying you should do this. I'm not advocating for these things, but we know how the world works. We're all grown, right? So let's say that that's going on too. All right. So I want you to process how those decisions would get made, right? So on one hand, it's like, damn, I can't afford the payments on this Mercedes. So you got to sell the Mercedes and you got to sell it fast because the mortgage or the rent money is due because you live in Atlanta where everybody likes to pretend like they have more money than they really have and you're paying 3,000 a month on this apartment and the landlord ain't playing with you. So you got this $80,000 Mercedes and the payments are, seven, $800 a month, whatever. Um, and you got to sell the Mercedes, you got to sell it quick. Do you think that you're going to get the full value of that car if you sell it? Yes or no? Am I going to be able to sell that Mercedes in a week and get the full $80,000 value? Yes or no? No, you're not. You're not. Why? Well, because time is working against you. Remember, in the world of finance, time is really important. Time and timing are extremely important. So, because time is working against you, you're at a disadvantage. So, you're going to have to sell this asset at a lower price than what it's worth, right? Because you're doing a fire sale. And then after that, maybe you're going to the pawn shop with the expensive jewelry that you bought, that Rolex where you can flex on Instagram and all that. If you go to the pawn shop and you need money by next Saturday and you got a $10,000 watch, if you go to the pawn shop, are you going to get $10,000 for that watch? Yes or no? No, you're not. You'll get like 800 bucks or something, right? So what's happened here is that you have had an economic shock that has in your personal life created a liquidity crisis. The liquidity crisis was created from a lack of preparation. When people preach to you about getting the emergency fund, you didn't listen. When people preach to you about financial conservatism, you didn't listen because you wanted to floss and stunt and show off for everybody. When people talk to you about multiple streams of income, that was boring. Because Cardi B was live on Instagram, that was more important. When people talked about investing in stocks and real estate or anything that would give you some sort of financial security, that just wasn't a big deal, right? And then you got rid of your boyfriend or your girlfriend or your husband or your wife because they were getting on your nerves, and so you didn't think about the financial security that you might also be giving up by giving up a productive partner that can help you get through a tough time. So now it's just you and your one stream of income against the world. And now that one stream of income that was your last line of defense is now gone. So you are then stuck in a liquidity crisis. And I'm not making fun of anybody. If I'm striking nerves, please forgive me. I don't want to hurt your feelings. I'm not trying to be mean. I don't want you to go out and feel bad about your life. I just want you to understand how these mechanics work, and then you apply that to the larger market. There's millions of people that do this. This is America. We're trained to do these things. So what happened in the liquidity? What happens is you have the economic shock that leads to the liquidity problem. Oh my God, I got to sell. I need cash right away and I got to sell stuff fast. So, as a result of the liquidity crisis and solving that problem, you then have to make price concessions on your assets. So now that $10,000 Rolex is not a $10,000 Rolex, it's an $800 Rolex because that's what you got at the pawn shop for. Prices in markets are set by the trade.